Hey guys, this is Thanatos and today we are doing the Cursed City of Sintranos walkthrough part 10. So, we will be starting with stage P23 and Awaken stage. For this stage you are going to need AoE block debuffs, some good solid crowd control, of course, some AoE debuffs for the enemy team, and of course as always AoE DPS. Let's see the champions that we can use. You can use Duchess Lilith, of course. If you have her, always use her, she is one of the best supports in the game. Helicath is another great champion when it comes into AoE damage and protection for the team. You can use Magnar, of course, which is one of the best AoE DPS epics. Morag is another very nice epic that you could use. Gorlos is a champion that I use for my guide, as I have already made the video for the Sun Devil stage 25. And Madman, of course. What else? Soulbound Boyer is an incredible rare. It's a legendary in disguise, as we always say. Berserker is another nice rare here. Melga, Rorik is a very good DPS too, and even Fahrak in the Fat. So let's begin. So for wave number 1 we have Ugo, Drogul, Liburga, Sis and all Hermit Zog. So for this stage I suggest that you crowd control all Hermit Zog and Ugo because they are the revivers. Try to crowd control Drogul because he will try to apply and block damage for the enemy team, and if you do that you will not have any problems facing this stage at all. So wave number 2 we have Arix, Kinagasi, Whisper Fancy and Pharsalas. For this stage you don't have to worry about many things, just crowd control Arix, kill Arix, and then the rest of the champions will not be of any problem for you at all. So, wave number 3 we have Marksman, Elysnia, Tessada, Skill of the Drakes and Battle Sage. So for this stage what I suggest to do, try to crowd control Skill of the Drakes, kill Skill of the Drakes and Battle Sage first, and then you will not have any problems with this wave. This is a very mediocre wave, you won't have any trouble facing it. And that was stage P23. Let's go on the next one now. So we are on stage P24. For this stage again an AoE block debuff would be nice for you to have. If you have a cleanser too, bring him here because you might need him. What else? You could use crowd control, of course, as always. Ally team attack, if you have it, use it because it will help you with your DPS. Let's see the champions that we can use. Elva, of course. What else do we have? We have King Calcobar here. We have Apothecary, which is a rare and we still use him, imagine. Royal Guard, which is an amazing epic. Longbeard, which brings the team attack for this stage. What else? You can use Strategos Islin, which is a very nice team protector. Norog has some decent damage and the block buffs that you will need AoE. What else we have here? Oh, Elhain, even another rare here, Elhain, that you could use if you have it in a stun set or in a very nice DPS gear. Cryodan can bring some crowd control, definitely. Tyrell, an old school epic, can still help you with some stages. And the Lenaril, of course, with her burn. So let's see the stage now. So for wave number 1 we have Abbess, Sanguinia, Rowan, Mistress of Hymns and Senechal. Try to crowd control Mistress of Hymns, Abbess and Sanguinia because those are the dangerous champions of this stage. If you kill Mr. of Hymns first, then go for Sanguinia and then for Abyss, you will not have any problems facing this stage at all. Low and steady wins the race. And now we can try to reset our cooldowns for the next wave. So, wave number 2, we have Spider, Cornelia, Kira the Watcher, Delver and Bardal Fellhammer. For this stage, I suggest that you try to crowd control Cornelia and Kira the Watcher because those are the most dangerous champions for this stage. Kill Cornelia, kill Kira the Watcher, and then the rest of the wave will not be of trouble for you at all. Getting those cooldowns down again. So, wave number 3, we have Prince Kaimar, Umbral, Enchantress, Zil, Itchy, Erinius and Jarek. Try to crowd control Umbral, Enchantress and Prince Kaimar because those are the two most dangerous champions for this wave and you will have no problems if you kill those two. Of course, if you apply the AoE block debuffs in your team and you have killed Kaimar, you will not have any problems with the provokes that Umbral Enchantress will try to apply. So as you can see guys, this stage took a bit longer, but we didn't have any problems inside of it. I mean dying or even the slight dangerous situation. So you just need to slowly kill the champions and you will not have any problem. You can even auto it, I believe, and just come back after 5-7 minutes and you're done. And that was it, that was stage P24. Let's go on the next one now. So guys, we are on stage P25, we are finally on the last stage of Blackholm and we are ready to enter Soulcross. Let's see what we need here. AoE block buffs, AoE block debuffs if that's possible. Some strong solid crowd control, maybe AoE stun, maybe AoE provoke, whatever you have. Bench would help you here if you don't have any strong AoE DPS. Let's see the champions that we can use. This is stuck on Voids, of course, so you could use Leorius, of course, if you have him. You could use Teumesia, which is a very nice champion all around. She has DPS, she has some good debuffs, she even has a decreased turn meter. So you could use Ailil, which is an insane champion too. Coronar is very nice for crowd control. Basser is very good because he will lock the enemy's skills cooldown. Naya will do the opposite, she will unlock the cooldown of one of your champion. And even Akemtum with a stun set would really help you with the crowd control that you need. Now, if you are having problems and you need some protectors, you could bring Ursala the Mourner, that she will be able to revive you, or even Warcaster to apply the block damage that your team could need. So let's see the stage now. So guys, wave number 1, we have Tatura, Vergis, Eothar, Lodric, Falconheart and Andrizia. For this stage I suggest that you try to crowd control Tatura, of course, and then slowly kill first Tatura, then maybe go for Eothar, then go for Andrizia, and you will not have any problems facing the rest of the wave. Wave number 2, we have Mother Cybele, Pitiless One, Ostrox, Pestilus and Balthus. For this stage, try to crowd control Mother Cybele and kill her first, because if you allow Mother Cybele to play and start applying AoE, increased defense and AoE revive on death, you will end up having some problems and the fight will take a lot longer than what it should. And wave number 3, we have Jarang, Barth the Bloodsoaked, Krokmar, Skytouch Shaman and Venomage. Try to apply some crowd control on Krokmar, on Skytouch Shaman and on Venomage. Kill Skytouch Shaman first, then Krokmar, then Venomage, and you will have no problems with this stage at all. So that was it guys, that was stage P25. Are you ready to enter Soulcross? I know I am. Let's go! So guys, we are on stage S1. Let's see what we need here. Some AoE block debuffs would be awesome, but because of the conditions here, we won't be able to use that. So we will go with what we have. Let's see the champions. We have Massalet, of course, which is a very good legendary when it comes to crowd controlling, when it comes to buffing your team, and of course when it comes to strong solid AoE or even single damage DPS. You can use Ruel the Huntsman, of course, one of the good strong AoE DPSs too of the game. Lord Shazar is a very nice champion that plays with bombs. Nethril is a very good champion that has AoE stun and AoE decreased turn meter. And of course the woman of the match, Luria, the most insane epic block reviver that you have in this game. If you have seen my video that I have made on her with the showcase, she can defeat many strong champions that are already inside the meta now, as Wukong of course. She can even kill Mariska. She has very good multipliers and she has many abilities that she can do. So what else we have here? We have Anax, which is an amazing epic champion when it comes to clan boss, of course. Suzerain, Canton. What else we have here? We can even use Hellgeyser if you have her built. Gorlos, of course, and even Ultan of the Shell could be of help for you in this stage. So let's see the fight now. So wave number 1, we have Double Holstring, we have Gilsea, we have Martyr and we have Godseeker Aniri. What I suggest to do, try to crowd control Martyr and Godseeker Aniri, of course. Kill Godseeker Aniri first, then go for Martyr, and then you will have no problems facing this stage. So wave number 2, we have Turvold, we have double skill of the Drakes, Ursuga Warcaller and Harken Greatblade. Again, try to crowd control double skill of the Drakes and Ursula because you don't want this fight to take a lot longer than what it should. Kill the skill of the Drakes, kill Ursula, and then you will have no problems. As you can see, Luria almost one-shots all the wave, and the survivors will either be frozen or almost dead. If you haven't seen the video that I've made on her, check it out, take some time, you will be amazed of the results. Trust me. Wave number 3, we have Underpriest, Brogni, Boragar the Elder, Torment the Cold, X2 and Lightsworn. For this wave I suggest that you keep away from buffing your team because the Torments will apply freeze on your team. Now try to keep one cooldown, one strong AoE cooldown of your champions so that you can crowd control the enemy team, just as we did here with Luria, of course. And then kill the other Torment, kill Brogni, and you will be ready to go. And that was it, that was stage S1. Let's go on the next one now. So we are on stage S2. Again, we could use some very good block AoE debuff, some good strong solid defensive buffs, crowd control, etc, etc. But because of the conditions, we cannot have whatever we need. So let's see what we can use. We can use Geomancers. As you can see, I had fixed 3 Geomancers for my Hydra teams, of course, and for the Iron Twins, so I will be using them here on stage S2 of Sintranos. I have Mountain King, which is a very good solid single target nuker, of course, and we are bringing Thea the Tomb Angel. You could even use, if you want, Lady RS. What else? Of course, you could use Thylicia, which is a nice wave clearer. And even Furgul Isbale could be of help on this stage. So let's see the fight now. So wave number 1, we have double Xavia, we have Tramaria, Blind Seer and Madame Saris. If it's possible, try to crowd control Blind Seer, try to crowd control Tramaria and Madame Saris, because you don't want to have one bunch of debuffs in your team. As you can see, if you have Geomancers, clearing the waves are not a problem. They basically suiciding by applying DPS on you. Wave number 2, we have Prince Kaimar, Chevalier, Duchess Lilitu, Cruextaga and Skimfos. Again, try to crowd control Prince Kaimar, try to crowd control Duchess Lilitu. And then, if it's possible for you, try to go for Symphos too, because he is an epic that will try to make this fight take a lot longer than what it should. Now, as you can see, they are already dying just by applying DPS on our team. And that's why we love Geomancers. Wave number 3, we have Arbiter, double Yannica, Ethos and Andrisia. Again, try to crowd control Arbiter, then go for Andrisia and then go for Ethos. And then you will just watch them kill themselves by applying DPS in your team. And the negative affinity here is doing its tricks. That was it, that was stage S2. Let's go on the next one now. So guys, we are on stage S3. What do we need here? Again, the conditions don't allow us to have whatever we want. We want some strong buffs on our team, we want some defensive buffs, maybe reviver, but no, the conditions will not allow it. So let's see what champions the conditions allow us to use. You could use, if you have him of course, Aphitus the Hive Lord is a very strong mythical that has an attack and a defensive side on this game. You could use Folly of course, which has some solid AoE DPS, it has a very nice passive and of course a block revive on his AoE. You could use Rae, which have an amazing crowd control ability via its very strong AoE damage. Ninja of course, which is a free to play champion that we have, and he has an AoE freeze and a burn, and Jintoro could be used too. Now if you have a strong Kale, you can bring him no problem, and even Dark Hail could be of use here. So let's see the fight now. So wave number 1, we have White Riot, Nia, Emik, Kleina, Elva and Ailil. I suggest that you try to crowd control Elva and of course Emik, because they will try to make this fight take a lot longer. Now try to kill them first, because you don't want a reviver or an unkillable champion to be inside this stage of course. So wave number 2, you have Hegemon of course, you have Soulless, Thea the Tomb Angel, Soulless again and Rector Drath. Now this wave can be tricky if you get feared, if you have some bad debuffs from Hegemon, you will have problems. But don't worry, if you have bad debuffs on you, try again and try again until you get it right. Of course I could suggest that you come here with 2 or 3 champions that are in full stone skin, but I don't really think that you should be able to change all your champions' equipment just for a Hegemon. So wave number 3, we have King Garok, X2, Krilla, Angar and Tuhak the Wanderer. For this stage I suggest that you try to crowd control Krilla because he has a team attack, and of course Angar, so that you will not get provoked. And that was it, that was stage S3. Let's go on the next one now guys. And now we are on stage S4. For this stage, if you have an AoE block debuffer, if you have a cleanser, a protector, would be useful facing the last wave, because it's very annoying. Now as you can see, we don't bring any of those champions that I mentioned to you, because we have some very solid AoE DPS and we will go straight through the waves. Let's see the champions that we could use. You can use Arbiter, which is free to play. Bellanor is a very nice champion when it comes to AoE DPS and of course AoE debuffs. Baron is an insane wave clearer. Quintus is a very nice champion too. Mariska I don't even need to talk about her, she is a goddess on this game. Hegemon, if you have him, he will be able to help you, especially if you have him on a stun set. What else? We can use Whirling Frost King of course. You could even use Supreme Elhain. What else? I'm choosing to use Faceless because I really like this champion, the nukes that he has, and of course I have already made a video how he is one-shotting Harima, Taras, Mariska, everything in arena. You could even use Raglin if you are having problems and you need a reviver, and of course Ursala the Mourner too. Now if you have Skull Crown, if you have triple Skull Crown build, go into the waves with them and you will face no problem, their DPS is enough. So Maybe Whisper could be used too. Reliquary Tender is a very nice champion when it comes to removing the debuffs from your allies, and she is only a rare. Imagine that. And even Renegade could be used. So let's see the fight now. So wave number 1, we are facing double Stultus, Quintus, Cillian the Lucky and Ursala the Mourner. So for this stage, if you don't have the DPS that we have and can't pass straight through the wave, try to crowd control Stultus and try to crowd control Ursala the Mourner, because you don't want the Reviver to be alive on this wave. Now after you kill Ursala and both Stultuses, you will not have any problems facing the rest of this wave. Wave number 2, we have Sulfurion, we have Double Chargur, Dracomorph and Elia. So, for this wave, I suggest that you first kill Sulfurion, because he is a real pain. The buffs, the debuffs, the revives, he has everything. He is a very nice champion. Kill Sulfurion and then you will not have any problems at all. As you can see, we just one-shotted the whole wave. So, wave number 3, you have Yumiko, you have Double Karato, Ginro the Stork and Genbo the Dishonored. So this wave is a little bit tricky, because if Yumiko plays and locks out your abilities, you will have problems. Of course, that won't be the issue if you have some champions like I do, because even with their A1, they can destroy the enemy team. And that was stage S4. Let's go on the next and the final stage for the day, guys. And now we are on stage S5, which we are facing the Iron Twins. For this stage, if you have Helicath, 1 Helicath or even 2, you will not have any problems and you will create a small unkillable block damage team, of course, then will be able to pass through Iron Twins very easy. Now, you could use on this stage, if you have her, of course, Lady Mikage. You could use Duchess, of course, Duchess Lilith, one of the best supports in the game. Mishinaki for the burn, Prince Kaimar if you want a reset cooldown. Helicath, as I already told you, is an MVP when it comes facing the Iron Twins. Riho Bone Spear, of course, for the massive amount of debuffs that she can provide. What else you could use here? If you are having troubles, you could use Within the Crown and of course God Seeker Aniri. What else? Let's see. Oh, even Armiger could be of some help with his strong single target DPS. Let's see the fight now. So when you have champions like those here, you will not be able to lose whatever you do. So I could even leave it on full auto and just go and come again in 7-8 minutes, I guess. But just for the sake of the video and because I know that you want some company, I will stay here with you, don't worry. Now as you can see, we are already on the 1/5 of his HP. As you can see, if you have block damage, this fight is really a joke. But even if you don't have block damage and you just have some strong shields and a good protector for your team, again, I don't really think that you will have any problems defeating the Iron Twins of Sintranos. Back to full health. And we put the final block damage in our team, and that should be enough. As you can see, Riho is destroying him with all those debuffs. What an amazing champion Riho is. So that was it, guys, that was stage S5, and with this the Cursed City of Sintranos walkthrough part 10 has already ended. Thank you for watching, I hope that you're doing okay, hope to see you on my next video, bye bye.